channel. It is me, Taylor, and today I am going to be doing a foundation review and wear test for you guys on the new Tarte Foundcealer foundation. I got a sample because obviously I've never tried it before, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to be at least semi into it before I went and purchased the whole thing. Obviously Tarte is a higher end brand, so they can be a bit pricey at times, so I got the sample here to test out with you guys. I am going to try to do check-ins throughout the day. I'm not really doing much today besides like sitting around the house, maybe cleaning like a little bit, so we'll get to see how it wears just like in a nice normal day. I'll insert clips, like I said, of how it looks throughout the day, and yeah, this is supposed to be like foundation and skincare in one. It's supposed to have something called berbera oil or butter or something in it, which I guess is supposed to like be good for the skin, help nourish it and stuff like that. I've heard really good things about it so far, and I do honestly have really high hopes for it. So today I'm just gonna kind of show you how I am going to apply it, and then show you how it looks on my skin. For reference, my skin is very oily, acne prone, and I have very large pores, specifically on the side of my nose and kind of on my forehead as well. And I am breaking out right now as well, so it'll be a good test to see how well it covers. Yeah, I already primed my face with my trusty primer. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. This is a primer that I have had work with almost any foundation that I have. Obviously there's foundations that just aren't going to work for you, but this has worked with most foundations I've tried it with, so I trust it and love it. And I will just be applying my foundation with, well, no, I'll apply one side with a beauty blender and one side with a brush. I will let you know that I am more into sponges when it comes to makeup application, but I do use a brush from time to time, so I guess we will do a brush on one side. So on my right side, this side right here, I'll be using the Kat Von D number 10 foundation brush, and then on my left side over here, we'll be using a beauty blender. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I wish that I could bring you in a little bit closer, but, well, actually I can move a little bit closer to the camera. I wonder if that helps a little bit. Okay, so like I said, I have it here. This is what it looks like. It does look like a thicker texture, and I'm in the shade Fair Light Neutral, I believe, so. We're just gonna, it feels really creamy and lightweight. I actually am gonna move back. Sorry guys, I feel like you can't see everything that well. But yeah, when I'm touching it, it actually feels very creamy and lightweight and really nice. And I feel like this is actually gonna be a really nice match for my skin. I don't know if you can tell. I am applying kind of a lot, which maybe I shouldn't have, but oh well. And then I'm going to be using this mirror. The next video you guys will see, or the first one, I don't know which one I'm going to put up first, will be a review on this eyeshadow palette. It's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, High Tides and Good Vibes, so just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so first I'm going to just blend this out with my Kat Von D foundation brush. So far, it's blending out really nicely. I definitely so far would not say full coverage. I still see quite a bit of my redness and like my skin texture kind of poking through, but the shade match is like spot on. It matches my skin really well, so that is nice. I am going to apply quite a bit more, and we have to keep in mind that it probably is, sorry, gonna be a little bit different with a beauty blender as well. So hopefully the lighting's okay. I'm sitting in front of the window, so the natural lighting is kind of hitting me a little bit better. And hopefully it's not too crazy. It's definitely buildable, but it's still not like full coverage by any means. So, and it does have a slight tackiness to it, which could be good because it could mean that it could last really well on the skin. I have pretty oily skin, like I said, so I'm definitely going to set it. I set like any foundation, like even the Kat Von D or the Urban Decay All Nighter. They don't really need a lot of setting. I set them because I am that oily. But, yeah, I'm gonna move on to I'm gonna move on to the Beauty Blender side now because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really liking how that's applying with the brush. And this is kind of my go-to foundation brush. If I'm not using this one, I'll use the Sephora number 56 brush, which is like vastly different than that one. But this is usually the one that I use for foundation, so yes. But so far, it's all right. It does not look too cakey or anything like that. The shade matches, oh god, sorry, there's like a hair. The shade matches extremely well. I am very, very happy with the shade. I'm the shade Fairlight Neutral for reference. I feel like the Beauty Blender side is gonna be a lot better, and I'll probably just go in with the Beauty Blender for the remainder of it because I don't know, I have high hopes for the Beauty Blender. But yes, it does blend out very seamlessly though. Sorry, I just burped. So I will tell you that, like, you don't really have to work in sections if you didn't want to, because it doesn't dry down super quickly, which is nice. Yeah, and I can already tell you that I definitely do like, well, there's not too much of a difference, but I think I just like the way the foundation feels on my skin better with the Beauty Blender. It feels a little more hydrated. Very tacky, and I feel like it blends a little bit better as well. But like I said, this foundation isn't extremely difficult to blend out, which is nice. I am gonna add some more all around my face. I feel like I got maybe a little bit more coverage out of the Beauty Blender side too, which is a little weird, but, and my skin is not doing the best right now, but I mean, my skin isn't ever really doing that well anyways, so yes. You hear those sounds, you guys? So far though, I do like it. I will say I do wish it had a little bit more coverage. I just have a lot to cover. I have a lot of texture, a lot of acne, scarring, and I do break out quite frequently, so it would be nice if it was a little more full coverage, but that is okay. And I'll do more of a close-up. I'll enter a clip of a close-up here in a minute, kind of showing you when I'm done blending it out, how it looks. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Keep in mind my skin is not amazing, so yeah. But yeah, so far so good. We'll have to see how it wears and looks throughout the day and how products apply on top of it as well. But yeah, I really like the way it blends out. It doesn't look too cakey on the skin. A little bit on my skin. Most foundations tend to look a little cakey on me just because I have such porous and textured skin. So there's very few foundations on the market that don't look cakey on my skin. Then again, I think I do have to play around with like different techniques and bases and products like mixed together and everything, because obviously I haven't tried every combo on the planet. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, it's not really looking dry necessarily. You can just see a lot of my texture on my skin. But like I said, that's kind of standard for most foundations. I love the way it blends out. It blends out so easy. It blends out like butter, honestly. But yeah, you can see I have some breakouts and some bumps on my forehead. My skin is not doing the best, but that is not the foundation's fault. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. Not too bad. I am going to go ahead and apply the rest of my product. Oh, excuse me. Choked on my spit. I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my products, and I will insert that in here, but I'm going to speed through it, and then I'll let you know how everything applied on top and everything like that, and then we will do check-ins. So yes, just stay tuned. Okay, so I kind of finished my face makeup. For concealer, I used the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow. I set my face with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I have little minis. Bronzer, I used NYC City Proof Bronzer in Sunny. And blush, I used the Morphe 8C Blush Palette. I mixed It Girl and Ego right here because I didn't want it to be too pink. And I didn't apply any highlight because I wasn't really feeling it right now because I feel like my skin is just doing really bad and it's very textured. So far, I do not know how I feel about the foundation. It doesn't look like, I've definitely had worse looking foundation, but it doesn't look as good as I was hoping it to look. I'm hoping that it will kind of melt more into my skin throughout the day and look a little bit more skin-like and not so textury and like just like it's sitting on top of my skin. I'll do another close-up after I've applied my bronzer, my concealer, and all of that to kind of show you what it looks like right now. It's around 2:05 in the afternoon, so I think I will try to do another checkup in like the next 2 hours and kind of show you how it's sitting on the skin. I do have pretty oily skin, so I'm going to try not to touch up throughout the day just so I can show you, if you have oily skin, what it might look like on you throughout the day. But yeah, so far it's all right. I'm not obsessed, but I don't hate it at the same time. Definitely think so far I'd have to play around with it a little bit more, obviously. Wear it more than once. Try it with different combinations of products and stuff like that just to see how I like it. By the way, if you see me looking up, it's because my mirror's right here. And I'm trying to really look at the foundation so I can tell you guys what I think of it. But yeah. Oh, and then I also have on my lips, in case you were wondering, is the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Glaze. Love that stuff. It's so amazing, so nourishing. But yes, so far, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have amazing skin, so a lot of foundations don't look great on my skin just because of my skin personally. I feel like makeup really does start with skincare. I feel like if you have decent skin, then obviously everything's, or most everything at least, is going to look and apply better on decent skin. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. I will check in a couple hours with you guys. I haven't set it with setting spray, but I think I'm going to right now because I would normally do that anyways. I'm using Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I have a little mini here. But yeah, just because I would normally do that, so I do want to give it a fair shot. And then I'm going to kind of like go over it with my beauty blender. My friend Denisha taught me this trick. Let's see how I like it. She did my makeup yesterday and I really loved the way it turned out, especially my eyebrows, because you guys know I'm not an eyebrow person. If you guys follow me on Instagram, y'all saw my eyebrows and they were looking popping. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that helped a little bit, the setting spray, but so far I don't know. I will do a close-up of what it looks like with all the product on top of it, and then I will check in with you guys within the next couple of hours, and then we'll do another checkup after that, and then at the end of the day, I will sit down, show you how it looks, and tell you my kind of final first impressions on it. So, yeah.
What up, guys?
Okay. Okay. It's been about like 2 or so hours since I applied the foundation on my face, and I forgot to do a check-in right after I applied everything on my face, so I'm sorry, but this is what it's looking like so far. I definitely like it a lot better once it sits on my skin. It definitely melts into the skin a lot better. My skin's really bad right now though, so I feel...
Bro, you look dewy as hell though.
Dewy? Do I look I am.
Is that a good thing? I keep forgetting.
Well, since I have oily skin, it's whatever.
Yeah, drop an F in the chat if I'm wrong.
Anyways, but if you are oily, it is gonna get, I guess, a little dewy on you. I haven't touched up or anything, but I mean, I do like the way it looks. It doesn't look too oily, but it definitely is like a pretty kind of like tacky feeling foundation. So I don't know if that's gonna help with the wear time or not, but yeah, this is like 2 hours in. So this is about 4 hours in. As you can see, I'm pretty dewy. The makeup is kind of starting to remove slightly off of my nose, but still looking a lot better than initial application. Okay, so I'm going to do my last foundation check-in for the day. I didn't really wear this foundation for like a whole ass day, but I did wear the foundation for about 5 hours, which I would say the typical day is probably about 6 or 7. And what I can say is, for one, I definitely like how it looks way better throughout the day. I feel like it really, by the way, sorry I look crazy. I didn't feel like applying my mascara because I was just pretty much doing nothing all day. So yeah, I'm not wearing any mascara, but I did do an eyeshadow review, so that's why I have the eyeshadow on. But anyways, I do like the way it looks better throughout the day. I feel like at first it really emphasized on my texture. Now that is partially my fault because, like I said before, I do have pretty bad skin. I mean, like, it's not as bad as it could be, but my skin isn't amazing. So foundation on top of it, like, is typically, like, any foundation is going to emphasize that. So, but I feel like at first it's nothing really to write home about. Sorry, my cat is being a goofball. Come here. Meet my cat. Oh, this is Jazzers. Actually, her name's Jasmine, but we call her Jazzy. That's my cat. She's an old lady. Anyways, something to write home about. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with it a little bit more. Obviously, this is only my first time wearing it. Don't do it. And I only wore it for about 5 hours. So yeah, I do like the way it looks throughout the day. I have not touched up my makeup at all today. So if you are oily like me, this is probably about where you're gonna look like. Some foundation has kind of come off the tip of my nose. You could probably see some redness because I do have quite a bit of rosacea on my face. So you could probably see that, and you can't even tell, but there's a bunch of oil and makeup on my face, so it does definitely slide around throughout the day. Definitely keep a powder or a compact powder with you because you're gonna need to touch up if you are oily. It does get dewy and kind of slidey and tacky. But all in all, it was not the worst I've ever tried. I wish the coverage was better. I think that's my main problem with it, is that I would say it has like maybe like a medium coverage, but I would definitely not say full. I personally would prefer a full coverage just because I have a lot to cover. I have acne scarring and then acne itself, and I don't feel like it covered it as well as I would like it to. But yeah, I'm going to continue playing around with it more with different primers and powders and everything, and like touching it up throughout the day, and I'll let you guys know if it was a hit, like a full-on hit or miss for me then. But so far, definitely not awful, just not amazing. It's very in the middle for me. So if you were thinking about buying this foundation, I would just get a sample. I definitely do think this would probably be a better foundation for more combo or dry-skinned people. I think oily skin people might have a little bit more of a difficult time with it. But yeah, I guess that is all for this video. If you guys want to see more foundation reviews, hit that like button because I do have a couple more foundations that I could review for you guys that are fairly newer at least, and I would love to review them for you. Sorry, I repeat myself too much, but yeah, like and subscribe and comment down below. I reply to all comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.